What's up, guys? E here, Evan here, once again bringing you another Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile. This time for Burning Abyss. In this video, I'm going to try a few new things. I'm going to try to do a little bit of editing. Tell me what you think in the comments below. But anyway, let's just get into this deck profile. This is for the new May 2018 ban list. So starting off, we got the Seer. In case you don't know, all the Burning Abyss monsters all have two of the same things. First of all, if you control a non-Burning Abyss monster, it destroys itself immediately. And secondly, if you control no back row, you can reveal a BA from your hand to special summon it to your side of the field. They all also have one more effect, but you could only either special it through the effect or use this other effect. It's only one effect per turn and only once per turn. So Seer summons one from the graveyard, and the Burning Abyss monster from the graveyard. Graph, when it's sent to the graveyard, summons any Burning Abyss monster from the deck. 3 of Skarm, when it's sent to the graveyard, during the end phase of that turn, you search your deck for level 3 Dark Fiend monster. Triple Farfa, it banishes one monster on the field until the end of the turn. 2 Levick, it summons any Burning Abyss monster from your hand, and its effects are negated while it's on the field. So if you control a non-Burning Abyss monster, it does not blow up, but when it's sent to the graveyard, you still get its effect. So 1 Alec negates any monster's effect on the field for the turn. 1 Barbar, banish up to any 3 other Burning Abyss monsters from the graveyard, and inflicts 300 burn for each one banished through your effect. 1 Calcab, it sends one set spell or trap from the field back to the hand. 1 Rubik, he does not have another effect, but he is a tuner. So that's it for the Burning Abyss lineup. Then for the other monsters that you need to play in the deck, there's 1 Tour Guide. You should know what it does by now. 3 Fiendish Rhino Warrior. So when it's on the field, your other Fiend monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects. So if you summon him, and then special summon a BA from your hand through his effect, they will not blow up immediately, since Rhino protects them. And also, if Rhino is sent to the graveyard once per turn, you can send 1 Fiend monster from your deck to the graveyard. So you could just summon this off Tour Guide, make your XYZ detached Rhino, and then when Rhino is sent to the grave, Foolish Burial of BA. Now for the monster techs. First we got 2 BLS. It's just good for going for game, or for just general spot removal for monsters. So 1 Snow. It's an easy thing to send off of Beatrice immediately. Just banish 7 things total from your hand, field, and or graveyard to summon this from your graveyard. And if summoned, it's a Book of Moon for an opponent's monster. It's an easy way to deal with things like Haiju's, Flying Sea, and Contacting Sea. Then for the hand traps. One of the reasons why I like BA so much is because it can easily play pretty much any hand trap. There's 3 Ash, 3 Ogre, and 2 Valor. Valor I really like right now, since it doesn't have to be anywhere specific on the chain link. So let's say you're against a Goki. They link away 2 Gokis into Isol, and it's Isol chain link 1, then the 2 other Gokis chain links 2 and 3. Because of those other chain links in the way, you can't Ogre or Ash the Isol, but you can still Valor the Isol, which is the thing you want a Valor. Then moving on to the spells. Foolish Burial, Monster Reborn, Soul Charge, and Paw Desires. Only 4 spells. You don't really need to play spells in the deck. You could even just play 37 monsters and 3 Light Sekka if you really want to. I tried it, I didn't like it too much, so I'm just going to keep it like this. Then the rest of the deck is trap cards. So we got 3 Paleozoic DINOMISCHUS. So it's kind of like a Karma Cut, where you target one face of card in the field, banish it, and if you do, discard a card. So it's just general spot removal while discarding Burning Abyss monsters. Then we got 3 Anti-Spell Fragrance. This, even though pendulums are a little dead right now due to the hit of Astrograph, I still think pendulums can be pretty good in this format. And besides that, if you go first against things like Goki and Spiral and flip this up, they're not going to have a good time. And then 2 Solemn Strikes to round up the deck. So that's it for the main deck. moving on to the extra deck. So we got 2 Dante, just any 2 level 3s, detach 1, mill 3. You should know what Dante does by now if you know anything about Burning Abyss. We got the 1 Beatrice. This is a really easy combo you can do. Turn 1 that ends with Underclock Taker and Beatrice. Beatrice in general, you need it in Burning Abyss. And why wouldn't you play it? Then we got 1 Purple Dante to summon off Beatrice, and 1 Virgil to either summon off Beatrice or to sometimes synchro into with using Rubik. It's not too often that comes up, but it might come up every so often. For the rank 3s, got 1 Nightmare Shark to go for game, 1 Break Sword for spot removal, 1 DDD Stone King Darius. This thing is pretty good. It's pretty good tech. So what it does, it takes 2 level 3 Fiend monsters to make, so Burning Abyss monsters. If it battles an opponent's monster, you detach a material, make this guy unable to be destroyed from that battle, then at the end of the battle, destroy the monster you battled and inflict 500 burn damage. This is one of the deck's only real outs to BORRELOAD Dragon, outside of your own BORRELOAD Dragon. So it's pretty good for removing problem monsters. We got 1 MECHQUIPPED ANGINEER for when I side in things like Vanity's Fiend. And then for the Link monsters, got DECODE Talker. This is another thing to get over BORRELOAD. It just gets pretty big when you link it with things. 1 Underclock Taker for the easy turn 1 Underclock Beatrice combo. And 1 PALEOZOIC Trisbania. So if a card is special summoned to a zone this card points to, banish the summoned monster in every single back row card possible. Then inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each of their cards banished. So you can just summon, if you have no back row, you can just special summon a Burning Abyss monster from your hand for free to a zone this card points to. The BA will immediately blow up, and then Trisbania will activate to banish all of your opponent's back row. It's pretty good against things like Pendulums, True Draco, if people still play them. So it's just good back row removal, and lets you not play things like Cosmic Cyclone and Twin Twisters in the main deck anymore. Then for the last 2 cards, it's just Winter Cherries targets. Just Double Helix because of Spiral, and Isol because of Gokis. As well as some other degenerate combo decks that may or may not exist. And then the side deck. We got triple Winter Cherries for, once again, Goki and Spiral mainly. We got 2 Raw Severe Mode for going second against things like Spiral and Goki. When they make their huge link boards, you can just get rid of 3 things to summon this to their side. We got 3 Vanity's Fiend for going first against decks that like special a lot. So something that you should try to do in this deck when going first is to get you a Vanity's Fiend out and to summon MECHQUIPPED ANGINEER so it can protect it from board wipes like Rogeki or Dark Hole. Speaking of Rogeki, one of them, good for going second. 2 Twin Twisters for decks that play a lot of back row. And 3 Dimensional Barrier, really for going first against any decks that this could be effective against. Like, Pendulums, for example. Or Paleo, kind of, but not really. Mainly just Pendulums. These things might come out in the future, depending on what's relevant in the meta. Well, anyways, that's it for the deck profile. Please tell me what you think of this new editing I'm trying to incorporate. I'll see you next time.